this is a little unboxing video. I've scored out my address because I don't want anyone to stalk me. Not that you'd want to stalk me, I'm a pretty boring person. Bought this from, I actually don't know how to pronounce it. Yeah, Deciem, that sounds like a reasonable pronunciation. Direct from their website. Bought the skincare called The Ordinary. These products right here. So I first found out about these products on Beauty Bay. The only reason I didn't buy it directly from Beauty Bay is because of this one right here, which is sold out. So this is about £6.30 I think. The internet is going crazy for it. I'll just give this a wee open. Yeah, excuse my nails, you know, we're in a lockdown guys. Can't go to a nail bar, forgive me. Trying like my best not to rip the box, even though the boxes are going to get ripped and thrown away anyway. As we say, thrown away. A lot of people have been raving about on the internet, so I thought I'd give it a try. So what it is, it's a peeling solution, and I'd say ever since December, my skin has felt pretty ratchet and like dry. I usually have quite oily skin, so I think it's really just down to like the environment and because it was like so cold. Obviously it's kind of hot at the minute. My skin isn't actually so dry, but I thought I'd just buy it anyway. You put this on your skin and then you leave it, and what it'll do, leave it on for 10 minutes it says, and it takes away the really top layer of your skin, so like your dead skin cells. Basically I just want la baby smooth skin. Hold on. Oh yeah, by the way, this is a new camera that I'm filming on, so it should autofocus. Look at that magic right in front of your eyeballs. That is what I'm talking about. Skin peel. So yeah, that was about £6.50, maybe £6.30. Beauty Bay is sold out, but you can get it direct from their website. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 products. If you look at it, they all look pretty high end, it looks decent. How much do you think this all cost? Have a guess guys. How much money do you think this cost? It cost me, I actually can't remember now. It was something like £47 if I remember rightly. I don't actually think the price is even on here. It was really cheap and the delivery was free as well because I spent over a certain amount. So yeah, something like £47. I'll put the price on the screen right now. Azelaic something acid suspension 10%. It says apply AM or PM to improve the visible. I said visible and brightness at the same time and said visible. It improves the visible or the visible brightness and the appearance of skin texture. Because my skin texture feels kind of iffy at the minute, I thought this might actually do some good. Is this classed as a moisturizer? Yeah, I'm gonna say so. 30ml. Again, the price will be on the screen. I don't know them all off by heart, so that's that. That we have this big bad box. Again, this was under £10. I can't remember how much it is. I'll link everything down below as well. This is a toner. It's a glycotic acid 7% toning solution. And do you know what? I've never actually properly used a toner, so this is my first ever toner I've ever bought. I know I'm a weirdo. It comes like that, and you have a little nozzle as well. Apparently toners are really good for minimizing the size of your pores, and girl, I got a porous face, so I need all the help I can get. Squalane cleanser. They have two squalane cleansers, squalene and squalane. One is a plant derived and one's like animal derived. The one I've got is the plant derived ones. This is a exfoliator, face cleanser and makeup remover. And you know me, I love my makeup, so definitely need some sort of remover. I'm like a really bad person. I'm like really ashamed to admit this, but I still use baby wipes to take off my makeup, and you know what, I'm 23, I can't do it forever, so I'm gonna like invest into like proper skincare stuff and stop taking my makeup off with wipes. To be fair though, I use mislead cleanser, how do you say it? Cleansing water from Garnier or whatever it is. I usually use that to take off my eye makeup because I don't like having sore eyes. So yeah, this is a cleanser. That's that. Now we have a hyaluronic acid 2% plus B5. I think I remember reading online this is quite good for sort of hydrating the skin. And I do have oily skin like I said, but not my whole face is not oily. It's only like my sort of T-zone area, like my cheeks area. They're not dry, but if I use something oil control on my cheeks, that'll dry them out. My plan is to not use the same product all over my face. Like T-zone will have an oil control product in the rest of my face, aka my cheeks, and on the side of my face, I'm not going to use oil control because that's just going to dry it out and make it like flaky. This is for like my cheeks basically. Not my bum cheeks, my face cheeks. I will say on their website, I was like, holy where do I even begin? Because everything sounds so complicated. The way I navigated it is I just read through all their products and said to myself, does this apply to me? Products that are like really dry, sensitive skin, that obviously doesn't apply to me. I don't have dry, sensitive skin. But I do have oily combination skin with slightly dry cheeks, but that was more because of winter. It's not really like that now because it's quite hot. Still, like I just said previously, I don't want to dry out the rest of my face. I think this is more of a serum because you put this on before your cream. Right, so this is why do I buy things I don't know how to pronounce? Why are you not focusing, you think? Oh, I want to say Niacinamide 10% and 1% zinc. So again, this is like a wee little serum, but this is for oil control. Really good for acne scars, blemishes. I'm the type of person when I have a spot on my face, I pick it at soz, not soz. My skin's really good for healing, but sometimes you'll have that like sort of scar on your face for a while. I wear makeup every day so you never see it anyway. What this will do, this will help to get rid of it a lot quicker for acne, and it's good for acne scars and stuff like that. This is what I was talking about. I would use this on my T-zone and anywhere I've got like acne scars, but I'm not going to use it on the sides of my cheeks because there ain't nothing wrong with the sides of my cheeks. If anything, they're a little bit dry, so that's when I would use that one. But this one is for my T-zone. I know you may think it's like, oh, that's so complicated using like several products on different areas of your face, but at the end of the day, my whole face isn't the same. It has different needs on different areas. We have a plant-derived squalane. So I think I bought this to go with this squalane based cleanser. Again, the properties of this is more hydrating. So to be honest, I didn't really need to get two hydrating ones, but you know, here what I got to. Last but not least, we have a natural moisturising factors and HA, which I don't really know what that stands for. Basically just a moisturiser. I would say this is kind of like a moisturiser, this one right here. So that's for brightening and improving your skin texture, because the skin texture of my cheeks are a little bit funny just now. I just wanted a sort of all-round moisturiser. I don't want to go for anything major oil control. It just dries out your face. I don't want a dry flaky face. I don't want to put too much harsh products on face. So I've just went for an ordinary moisturiser. It's good for hydrating, and I would probably just put this on all over. I would use the serum for acne and blemishes in my T-zone. So this is a serum, so the order would be serums first, then your moisturiser. So that pretty much concludes the end of this unboxing. If you stay tuned to the rest of the video, and I'll actually demonstrate these products in person. I have ran to my local home bargain store and bought this bowl, and I bought these little face cloths so I don't have to run to the bathroom every 2 minutes, and I've also got some like face sponges, so I'm going to do like a little skincare routine. I'll do like my first impressions and then like a week later, 2 weeks later, to see if I actually like see a difference and stuff. I would just like to start off by apologising to the general public watching this of my really ugly face, and people are walking past the shop staring at me because I'm talking to myself. Anyway, got no makeup on. I'm away to do a skincare routine, so you know, just gonna have to deal with it. Although I have had my brows, what do you call it, brow lamination, and I have some mascara on because I didn't want to look so ugly that I blinded yous, so. I have a little bowl of water here. Home Bargains chic. I have some wee face sponges at the ready and some like cloth thing. I'm going to try out is this piece de resistance. This, which is a AHA. AHA 30% and BHA 2% peeling solution. So what you do is you pop this on your face for 10 minutes and then it'll take away the top layer of your skin. It is an exfoliator, exfoliating facial it says. Yeah, you would do this maybe once, maybe twice a week maximum, because obviously you're getting rid of your dead skin and you don't want to, you know, acidify your face. Acidify, is that a word? I do not know. So it just says clean the face, wait for the skin to dry, do not use on wet skin, apply evenly throughout the face and neck using the fingertips, avoiding eye area, leave on for no longer than 10 minutes, rinse through thoroughly with lukewarm water, do not use on sensitive, peeling or compromised skin, avoid the eye contour. Basically, don't put it near your eyes, don't put it on for longer than 10 minutes. I don't have any sort of broken skin. I'm a wee bit flushed, but that's because it's a little bit hot. I'm just going to get started. Should I shake it? I don't know. It's never been opened. Really, you should be tying your hair back. I already look pretty ugly anyway, you know. Can't be too ugly on camera. I see like people do all the dramatic. It's like blood, isn't it? Should I apply this with my finger? Should I use a little cotton thing? Who knows? But I'll do the other side. For your viewing pleasure, me dripping blood on my face. I'm obviously not going to put anywhere near my piercings, that's just common sense. I'm quite interested to see, as you can all see, my forehead microdermal came off. I'm curious to see if that's going to help with the scarring. Pretty flat. Really interested to see if it's going to improve that over time if I keep on using this. It's obviously taking away dead skin cells and stuff. If someone walks past my studio shop, I'm going to be horrified. I'm going to smear this in now. So yes, that's that. I'm gonna keep it, I'd say, relatively thick. I'm gonna keep it on like that sort of consistency. And yeah, I'm staying like well away from my piercings and stuff. It's more of a fuchsia than a red. I see more magenta. Fuchsia, magenta. I see more of that. I'm crying blood. Reminds me of that Kryolan eye blood that you get. I've used it before on like Halloween. It just says apply to dry skin. It doesn't say if I should exfoliate it in. It is an exfoliator. I'm just gonna pop it on my fingers just because I don't want it dripping all over my piercings. Oh, and just in case you're wondering, my nose piercings aren't squint. One's a flat disc, one's a round ball because I lost it. So in case you're judging me like, bitch, you done your piercings. Not my fault, okay? My nose is quite notorious having like dry skin, which is weird because it's obviously oily. It's quite annoying really. This is quite boring and repetitive, so I'll show you when it's done. Bye. There you go, so that's me done. That'll do. It's on thick enough. It looks like I've just dipped my face in menstrual period, sorry. But yeah, so it just looked like Halloween vibes. I've just murdered someone, The Purge, you know, them kind of vibes. So leave it on for 10 minutes and I'll be back. Goodbye. So that's been on for 10 minutes now, so I'm just going to use this wee flannel. Obviously if I was in my house I would just wash my face. You know, I'm not in my house, I'm in my studio. Just going to dip it into the water. It was actually like kettle boiling water, but that was like 10 minutes ago. It's like warm now. So yes, I'm just going to gently take that off. As for when I put the mask on, there was no like irritation. There was a very slight tingle, like really slight. It's like barely nothing, like it didn't bother me at all. So although it is a face peel, it didn't burn, it didn't hurt. So instantly what I'm seeing, I had a spot not there, but now it's like appeared. So in a sense I actually think that's a good thing. Brought it to the surface. Well, it probably was there. There was like dry skin over it, so it kind of like disguised it. Brought that to my attention. Nothing serious, just a little one. I have a lot of congestion, should you call it. Hoary nose. You know, I always get like whiteheads or blackheads, so I always get rid of them. Really prone to that on my nose because I have an oily skin. I'm definitely working that towel, well, flannel. I'm working that flannel into my nose just to get all the out of it essentially. So that's that peel of my face. My face is a little bit dry, a little bit wet, so I'm just drying it off with another flannel that doesn't have that product on it. I'm going to talk you through how I feel my skin is. It definitely feels a lot smoother, like a lot smoother. Like as I said, it's really my cheeks, not really the centre area. Felt really dry as a crispy leaf, can you relate? Felt like scruffy, just a little bit. It was really bad in winter, to be honest. Should have got this in winter. Because it's quite hot, the climate, it kind of reduced it, because obviously the oils on my face made it a little bit softer. Definitely feels a million times softer. In my opinion, before I did that face peel, my skin was clear. I didn't actually notice that I had any like impurities. They came to show. They've came up now. They're on show now. I don't know how to describe it. They're more prominent now, and I've noticed them now, because before there was obviously a layer of dead skin hiding them. Couldn't really see them, to be honest. None of them are major. I feel like this has brought it out more, which is a good thing, because I need to clear it out through obviously the rest of my skincare sets and my cleansing, my toning and exfoliating face mask, all the shebang that I'm away to do. It's definitely a good thing. Spots can get infected and what I usually do, I know it's bad, what I usually do is when I get a spot is that I pick it or I pop it or whatever. I'm not going to do that to any of those ones I've just pointed out. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do the full skincare routine and then let's see if it gets rid of that over the course of the week. Doing it the right way. So next up, I'm going to use this Squalane cleanser, which is a face cleanser and makeup remover, and that's just maybe to remove any more impurities or what else I've got on my face. I will say it's not burning. It's not burning. It's very subtle, but I wouldn't say stinging. Very subtle. So I'm hoping that once I've cleansed my face, it's going to get rid of that. It's a very like tingling sensation. I'm going to cleanse and hopefully that'll make sure that it's all completely off before I move on to my next step. Another theory of why my skin's stinging, it's not stinging, it's a little bit tingly, is because obviously there's a layer of my skin off. Do you know what I mean? So that's probably why. Another thing, because the weather's really hot at the minute, I will most definitely have to wear some sort of SPF on my face because my skin's really sensitive and receptive because all the dead skin cells gone. Oh wow, that feels so soft. My skin should actually really be damp, but I'll add some water in a minute. Whoopsie poopsie. Smells not really of anything. Maybe like a little slight hint of cucumber. And it feels really soft. There's no grit in it or anything like that, to be honest. I do like a little bit of micro summon exfoliant, but I've already exfoliated my skin, so I don't want to go crazy, you know. And like I said, my skin wasn't actually wet when I put this on, which is a little bit stupid, so I'm just going to wet my hands. We're going for another scrub. Yeah, that's so much better. No, the faces us girls make. And yeah, I kind of feel like all my pores are open on my nose. That is probably partly due to the peel, but also partly due to the hot water. So because they're open, I really want to get a cleanser in there and make sure I'm getting out all of the impurities. This is where I really should have tied my hair back. We're in it now, guys. We're in it now. Do you know what? Like, I'm the type of person where I'm like, I don't want to be seen without makeup on. But having my brows laminated and my lashes done, I had them permed, it really, and I've got a bit of mascara on, that's really like made a difference. Like, I don't feel so ugly basically. I feel like a little bit more human. You may notice I'm slightly paler than I started out. I had some tannin drops on. I can't remember the name, but I'll end up doing a review on that once, you know, I have a proper feel for it, because I don't know, I've only used it once. It did make my skin look a little bit darker and I was like, Obviously I've been in the sun as well, so that's probably taken off that layer of sun that I got. Excuse my swearing, I'm gonna bleep all this out because it should be really a PG video, you know. Just talking about nose piercings for a second. I got my nose pierced with like a massive ball jewellery, and it was like the worst. Like you're trying to like clean your face in the shower and stuff, and it would get caught. This one's really good because it's like curved, so I can like go like that. This one's a little bit problematic because it's sticky out here, but it's still really good. Like when I had a massive like ball piercing, and oh, I do not recommend it. It just gets caught and everything, and you can't really clean your face properly. I highly recommend these ones, which are like little domes. I've got like loads of tattoos and loads of piercings. I'd have to say the most sorest thing I've ever experienced in terms of tattoos and piercings is getting my nose stretched. So let me tell you what happened. So I really like this jewellery, this flat curved jewellery, and I wanted to get this one the same, and it was the same at one point, but it fell off, so you know I had to put this one in. So the thickness of the jewellery of this one is 1.4. That's the size of the piercing hole, and the jewellery of this one is 1.2, so it's slightly smaller. So what the piercer had to do was take a bar that was 1.4 and shove it through the hole that was 1.2, and it's only like 0.2 of a millimeter, but it really hurt, and I think it's because the tissue in my nose is like really thick, so like I felt it and it hurt like a beach. So I'm just gonna dry off my little face. I definitely feel like I look paler. It took away my suntan. That's got rid of that sort of weird little tingle sensation that I had going on. My next step that I'm going to do is I'm going to take this hyaluronic acid 2% plus B5. I'm just going to double check and read the online tutorials I've seen, because I'm not sure if this is the one what works better if you've got a wet face and you put it on, because then it absorbs better. So I'm just going to double check and I'll get back to you on that. So this is classed as a serum, so this is going to be going on the sides of my face where I want more hydration, and this is going to be going in my T-zone area, because that's where I get really oily. I'm actually very glad that I decided to quickly research that. This hyaluronic acid, what it does is that it pulls in moisture from the atmosphere or the humidity, and it basically just helps your skin retain moisture. But if you don't use it properly, what it can do is actually just dry out your skin more. So what you do first before you put it on is pop on either like a moisturizer or a serum. This is what I read, but the best one I'm going to do is actually just going to wet your face first before you apply this, and that way it won't draw the moisture out from your face. It'll be drawing the moisture from what's on your face. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wet my face first, just with a little water. Then I'm going to put the hyaluronic acid on top of it, and what that'll do is it'll just help to not dry out my face. So I'm just dabbing on some water. So that's my skin wet. I'm just going to use 2 drops, rub it in my hand, and then go like that. And I'm just going to press into my skin. I'm actually going to pop this on all. Even the oily parts of your face need some added moisture. And I'm just going to keep tapping my skin until that's fully absorbed. So, my camera actually died yesterday when I was in the middle of doing this little skincare routine. So, I think the last thing that I was talking about before the camera died was the hyaluronic acid. And I think I was tapping it in and then it cut out. So basically what I was in the middle of saying is kind of mine, to be honest. Basically put water on your face and it won't dry it out. Something like that. So there's that. I know the camera cut off yesterday, so I'm just going to continue on my steps from yesterday to today, even though it's a different day, but I'll just edit it, you know. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to pop on some of this Niacinamide 10% and 1% zinc. I'm just going to pop that in my T-zone area because that's where I get oiliness and acne, and that's what it's really good for. It's also really good for acne scars as well. So I'm just going to do maybe 1 drop because it's just my T-zone, whereas the hyaluronic acid, it was 2 drops, and that did basically my whole face. 1 drop will be fine. And I'm just going to pop it on my fingers, and I'm just going to tap it onto the areas that I feel like it needs it. So this is a serum, so this penetrates the deeper layers of your skin. So it's not like a moisturizers, because moisturizers don't penetrate into your skin. This actually does something, essentially. Like cream or moisturizer, that's just really for the top layer of your epidermis, your skin. Whereas this actually goes beneath those layers. Actually does difference, actually makes a difference. So I'm just gonna tap this in until it's completely absorbed. And like I said, T-zone, a little bit here and a little bit on my forehead. I am now going to take the Zalic acid 10%, and I'm just gonna pop that all over my skin. And what this does, it just helps to brighten the skin and improves the skin's texture. My texture of my skin's a little bit iffy, more so on my areas of my cheeks than my T-zone, because my T-zone's oily. You know, we could all do with a little bit of brightening and a little bit of skin texture improvement. So another really important thing, just to add whilst I moisturize this and rub this in, is you need to make sure that the products you're using from The Ordinary don't like clash with each other. I'll list a link of a few videos below. Like before I purchased these products, I made sure they all work together together. Like, I made sure that they weren't gonna like upset the skin or like that'll aggravate. If I use that and then use that after it, it's gonna aggravate it. I made sure that all my products that I'm using all work together. Most of these products also can be like mixed together. So for example, I could mix my serums. I can mix that plant-derived serum with my Niacinamide and Zinc one. It would actually just work as a serum for all over. I've kind of face mapped it. Face mapped, is that a word? Basically put it on where it needed it, essentially. So like I said, I'll link down below some videos that I watched prior to doing this tutorial, and it just points up what products don't work together. If you're really unsure, you could obviously email The Ordinary or Deciem, or however you pronounce it, directly to see if the products you've chose are going to work together. I'm now going to pop on some moisturiser, and this is the Natural Moisturising Factors and HA, just as an all over moisturiser. I don't believe this has any SPF in it. I've actually already moisturised, like I said, this is a follow on from yesterday. I've actually moisturised my skin already today, this morning before I left. It's the Mario, however you say that, moisturiser, and this is SPF 30. It's like a sunscreen. Because I've used that skin peel, like I said yesterday, my skin's going to be quite sensitive and really receptive to sun damage. Popo. Obviously protect your skin, guys. This is a really nice moisturiser. Like, do you know that salicylic acid 10% suspension thing doesn't go on as nicely as this moisturiser. This moisturiser is like butter into the skin. It feels really nice and it feels so smooth. So it's actually a really nice moisturiser. And I'm just going to take it down my neck as well. Probably messed up my brow hairs. They're all groomed nicely. The weather outside's not that hot anymore, as in like the sun's must be like behind clouds or something. I'm pretty comfortable that I don't need to apply this again. Although if I was being really cautious, I should probably apply this again because it's so hot outside today. But like I said, time I'm leaving the studio, it's going to be late at night, it's going to be dark. So that's why I put that on before I left, because like, girl, I don't want no sun damage. That's me essentially done, the little skincare routine. The only thing I've not added is my glycolic acid, and that is purely because I've already put it on this morning and I didn't want to like overdo it with the toner. It says here ideally in the PM, so I actually used it this morning. Oopsie. You would use this at night once you've like cleansed your face. I don't have any makeup on today, well, except for a bit of mascara, a little bit of brow soap. If I still need to cleanse my skin essentially, and that just takes off any like impurities and any dirt from like being outside in the environment type thing. So I would cleanse with my Squalane cleanser, which is that, tone, serum, then moisturise. That's my ideal preference for the routine of what order. I made half of this video yesterday and I just wanted to really conclude my points. So a great thing about the brand is that it's really affordable. All them products, I got all those products for £47. Like, you can't grumble. That is a full skincare routine. Not only is that a full skincare routine, really affordable, and the products are really high end as well. I actually, even though it's only been one day, I actually feel there's such a difference in my skin. I feel like when you buy products from like the drugstore, I'm not American, so the pharmacy, the chemist, your Superdrug, you know, your usual. I feel like Garnier and products like that, and they never really do anything for my skin. I don't really feel like, I kind of like when I use those products, I don't believe in them. I see no difference really, so that's why I've never really committed to a skincare routine. I'm obviously 23 now, I need to start looking after my skin. I'm not getting any younger. I thought I'd try out The Ordinary purely because the packaging is quite professional and it's affordable as well. So far the results are really good. My skin feels so soft. It feels like, I feel like a newborn baby. I feel like I'm fresh out the womb. That's how good I feel. Just wanted to also quickly just touch upon this as well. If you are going to purchase this, do your research on it. I had someone actually message me who's also a makeup artist as well, and she was like, oh my god, girl, be careful with this stuff. And I was like, girl, I know, girl. I watched some tutorials. I watched actually a few TikToks. It's a skin esthetician, or how you say it, on TikTok. I'll try and link them if I'm able to find it. But they gave really good advice about how to use this properly. If you have sensitive skin, I'd highly recommend that you do some sort of patch test. If you've got broken skin, spots, or anything like that. I obviously have a bit of an acne situation, but you can see from the video I didn't put it anywhere near that. Also, don't put it anywhere near your eye sockets because your skin around your eye socket is very delicate. You won't be able to handle that, and you don't want to be aging your eyes. Don't want no crow's feet, hun. Just before I put that down, be very careful with this product. Do your research. Sensitive skin, just don't bother. But if you've got normal skin or quite resilient skin, I'd say I have quite resilient skin. I do a lot of to it. That's not Saz. Sorry, Jesus. So I do a lot of crap to it. So I'm kind of new. Like, I didn't patch this. I'm sorry. I kind of know my own skin, and my skin was like a dry, crispy leaf, and it needed it. So I was fine. I actually highly recommend this product if you have dry skin or you feel like you've got that layer of dry skin on your face and you're like, oh, it feels horrible. Yeah, highly recommend it, but obviously do your research and don't just be shoving it on your face if you don't know what you're doing. So Hope this video helps. Back to my sort of rounding up points. Ordinary, I'd give it a thumbs up. I will say it's really, like I touched on before, it's really confusing when you're trying to navigate the site and you're like, what product actually applies to me? I just recommend, it only takes about 15-20 minutes to read all their products. And just read through the products and think, does this apply to my skin? Will this help my skin? You'll probably notice if you do it this way, you'll find multiple products doing the same thing, e.g. hydration. There's multiple hydration products. I only bought 2, which was the hyaluronic acid and the Plant-Derived Squalane serum. To be honest, I didn't need to buy 2, but I thought I'd just buy 2. Everything else is just one of each that I got. Depends how crazy you want to go with it. Like I said, I got 8 products for £47. It's a bargain. So if you're going to do a skincare routine and you actually want to see results at an affordable price, definitely go for the Ordinary. So yeah, hope this helps. Hope you like my skin. I'm like a newborn baby. That's all I got to say on that, y'all. Subscribe to my channel.